Alright, moving on to those the back page, the exercise set 8B. Yeah, so this one's a little bit different. You need to complete the congruence statement and then say, hold on real quick. Yeah, so once you decide congruent or not, you need to state which of the theorems gives you that. And so if you look at one, BIG has side, angle, side. And so if you look at the other one, FAJ also has side, angle, side. And they have the proper markings. So we're looking at FAJ. And that is a side, angle, side theorem. On 2, we're looking at an angle, 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 and that is actually not enough information. And so we would write cannot be determined. Cannot be determined. Yeah, see me watch me write these words. Here, I'm just going to do C, B, D on the next ones, okay? On 3 here, we're looking at, on this triangle, we have angle, angle, side. And on this one, we have angle, angle, side, and the markings match up. And so we're looking at OPN, whoops, OPN. Is going to be congruent to DWE, and that's by angle, angle, side. On 4, we're looking at FLP, and that would match up with ORV. FLP matches ORV. By the sides there. And those 3 pairs of sides are matching, and so we have side, side, side congruence. FLP, oh, that'd be more like VOR. So remember, when you're listing this out, you need to do corresponding points here. F corresponds with V. See how it's like next to the 3 and the 1? 3 and the 1. That's the point that corresponds with F. And then it goes FLV. So when you go, FLP, when you go VOR for our little statement there. Anyway, moving on to the next one. It's looking like we have side, angle, side. So we do have congruence by side, angle, side. We just need to get this statement right. Triangle HOT, we're going to match it up with DYA. And moving on to 6, angles, sides, and then angles match up. So we're looking at angle, side, angle for our congruence. We have CLD, so this one would be GNH for the corresponding triangle, GNH. Moving on down to the bottom 6, KAT. Well, on this one we do have 3 pairs of congruent angles. And that's not enough to give you congruence, but when they put this little mark here, the little side there, you can then tell you have angle, side, angle, and angle, side, angle, because those markings all match. So our congruence is by angle, side, angle. KAT matches up with MES. So that's what we're going to put here, MES. On 8, we have triangle HIP, and they have two angles congruent, two pairs of angles congruent, and then the side afterward. And so we're looking at angle, side. HIP is going to match up with TCA, because that's how the markings match up. On 9, we know that these two angles match up, and this is actually a little bit tricky. The little arrows here mean that these lines are parallel, and so when you cut it across with these transversals here, those transversals actually bisect each other. So we have a few extra markings here. Those are congruent, those angles are congruent, and these sides are congruent. And so really we have side, angle, side, side, angle, side. I'm not really expecting you guys to know that because we really didn't go over any of it. But we'll match up the triangles real quick. We had GRE. That would match up with TAE. Moving on to 10. Again, when you have a transversal cutting across, you're going to get alternate interior angles. And this side is shared between the two triangles, so that's congruent. And we know those two angles are congruent. But there's nothing else that we know for sure, because these two don't have the little parallel line symbol on them. So we don't know that they're parallel, we don't know they're the same length at all. And so this one cannot be determined. So it cannot be determined. On this one, when you have the parallel lines going, you have a parallelogram. Because these are parallel, those are parallel. And so these two sides are congruent, the middle side's congruent, and these two angles are congruent by the alternate, because they're alternate interior angles. And so, oh, we don't want those ones. Those are congruent, but also those two angles are congruent. And since you have that, you have side, angle, side, side, angle, side. These two guys are congruent by side, angle, side. So I remember my markings. They're just taking up too much space. We have QUD, and that's going to correspond to ADU. So, ADU, and that's by side, angle, side. And then our last one, these triangles share that side, the pair of sides are congruent, and the pair of angles are congruent, and so we're looking at side, angle, side is our congruency here. We had triangle PAT, and that's going to be congruent to TYP. And that's the rest of it.